Hey guys, Najaam here, CEO, creative director, image, lifestyle coach, and artist over at najaamleeart.com and also at najaamlee.com. Go check out those two websites and also get on my mailing list for the RSVP list where I will be sending out information regarding the many events that I'm going to be putting on for the next months to come. So I'm very, very excited about that. And I would love to meet each and every one of you. Right now we have the pre-order of the Pain, and it's a limited edition of prints that I'm doing in certain sizes right now. Go check it out on my shop and you can see that with the link below, and also, or just go check it out right now over at najaamleeart.com after this video, okay? So this video, I just want to touch base on what's happening today, the current events. It's not something that I try to put in my channel like that, but I think with this platform we need to say something, we need to talk about it, at least highlight it and stuff, so that we are showing solidarity and you know, just really having an eye out that we're not just talking frivolous stuff, but also talking about what are the real issues. So I think what's the one that really hit me the most, more than anything, is the Sandra Bland situation. And to be honest, I cried. I really did. I somehow felt connected to her story. I've been in a situation where she was pulled over, you know, by a police officer and yelled at. I was yelled at too. Just my daughter, it was many years ago when I was in Florida at the time, and I just basically went to go pick my daughter up from school. And as we're coming back, we stopped at the corner store and got some treats for her and everything. So I got back in my car and I noticed like this, you know, a couple police cars in the parking lot, but I didn't take anything of it, you know. I'm just like doing my thing, you know. And then our house was like a couple blocks away. I mean, not even 5 minutes drive, seriously. And as I pulled out of the corner store parking lot and went down the first block, made a left, this cop car swings around and puts a siren on, and on the speaker tells me to pull over. And I pull over and he comes up to the car and he's like, license, registration, and I give it to him. And he comes back to the car and I simply ask, which is my right to, I simply ask in a very calm voice. And you can tell by my voice, it sounds like a kid. And I was just like, you know, excuse me, officer, can you just tell me why I was pulled over? And mind you guys, this is in the daytime, okay? I'm not coming in at night. This was like in the daytime, just like Sandra Bland. And he comes down and my daughter is in the back seat and she's like, you know, worried. So she's like, mommy, what's wrong? And you know how kids do, get very excited. And he was like, you're giving me attitude. What attitude? You want me like drag you out your car right now? You have an attitude? You have an attitude. Don't you have an attitude? And I was like, excuse me, but I don't have an attitude. Yes you do. Yes you do. Yes you do. I'm gonna pull you out the car. You want me to arrest you right now because you have an attitude? And I was like stunned by that. And I was like, I'm simply asking why you pulled me over. You didn't state anything. And he said, you keep acting that way, I'm gonna pull you out your car. And I you know, fear of my daughter and my own life, I quickly, you know, backed down because she was getting really excited and crying, and because he was yelling on top of his voice. And then I noticed neighbors start coming out and trying to figure out what's going on, and they all stood, you know, side by side as witnesses for me. watching this police, officer. And yes, he was white. And he then, shoves my license and registration to me and says to me, your lights are too bright. Yeah, my lights are too bright. This was daytime, like you see right now, daytime. Why would my lights be on? My lights weren't on, y'all. And how is it you'll pull me over during the daytime and then say to me, my lights are too bright? That just shows you right there. He pulled me over for no reason. It was not a lawful pull over. I didn't do anything illegal. When I made my left turn, I had my indicator on and just was about to go to the next block where my house was. And that just goes to show you the foolishness that goes on in this country called America. And that's why I really sympathize and I really understand what she's probably was going through that day, because of a similar incident that happened to me years ago. I didn't do anything. I simply asked a simple question, which is my right to. And come to find out, he pulled me over for nothing. Just made up something saying my lights were too bright, just to say something. And it's so important to know your rights, and know what it is and stuff, even if it doesn't go in a direction, because first of all, they're not looking at you as a human being. They're looking at you first as your skin color. And because our skin color in racial classification is basically on the lowest of the low, meaning that we're not even human, because we are told we have no human soul. So we are of the nature of creatures. That's where we belong. And that is how they are taught. And they are taught this even up to today, even though this is a 16th century, 17th century teaching. This is still going on in 2015, and we're going into 2016 with this type of mentality and this type of teaching going back and forth all the time. And I thought, which is the proper definition of a police officer, is that they're a public servant, and they're a public servant to civilians of this country, which we are. That if you have police officers now attacking civilians, taking out their ego, mind you, this is all ego, and really childish, really kind of like kindergarten, high school stuff, or middle school stuff. But the dangerous part about it is, it's like the law is giving these people guns with the mentality of a 10-year-old. You know what I'm saying? The way they act. They get so flustered by their ego so quickly to the point of they have no control over their ego. They're taught not to listen to anything that we said, not even a simple question. It's like we have no right to. Since when? Since when me asking a question could be a life or death for me? And that's my right to ask a question. I thought we live in America with free speech, with rights, first, second, third, fourth, fifth Amendment rights of us having to vocalize and utilize our voices in this country. Since when that's wrong for us to even question our own rights to know if it's okay to, if we need to know what's going on. So Sandra Bland, it really hurt me. It really did. It really affected me. And I was very angry. I'm not as angry. I'm really I think I'm tarnished basically by the way this country acts. If you look at European countries or other countries overseas, they do not act this way. If you look at especially London cops, who do not carry a gun around like that, a lot of times they're carrying maces and a baton, and they are handling civilians in a different manner. and further of other countries. This country alone, America alone, is the only country that has the highest in killings when it comes to police officers and civilians and anything else in between. We have the highest in killings, period, out of every single country in this nation. That should tell you something of the mindset. That just shows you the mindset of people that we have in this country that are given positions. They're 10-year-old freaking kids with live guns and so much power. Their mindset's that. I mean, you tell them to vote, they don't read. They just push a button. You know, you tell them to, like, get the facts straight. They don't do that. They'll watch a video instead. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? The mentality level is really low. The educational level is really low. And so when you have people graduating or not really graduating, because you don't even have to have a high school diploma to go and join the police academy. You don't have to have one. That should tell you something. That right there should tell you something. Okay? So they're just taking up people off the street and with no proper ambition and want to just retaliate whatever anger that's built up inside of them. Oh, poor me. Oh, this boy bullied me in school, and when I'm going to become a police officer, I'm going to bully out every single person that did that to me. I mean, how childish is that? Welcome to America, y'all. Welcome to the fucking United States of America. This is what we're going through. So every day when I go out my house into the car, I seriously do a series of, like, surroundings, you know, because I never know what's going to happen to me. I'm not white, so, you know, I don't have, like, a quick pass. I'm a colored person, okay? And colored people in this country, they fare. For what reason? Must be because we're so powerful. We're lions. Anyway. Yeah, I just want to get that out. So let me know in your comment section below how you feel. You know, how did Sandra Bland situation affect you? You think they're going to get away with it? I feel they're going to get away with it. You know, no one's going to, again, pay the price for the wrong they did. You know, they've hidden all sorts of proper evidence. They've destroyed evidence. I mean, even the video, you see it repeating in the background and they think we are the idiots. Who's the idiot here? They're covering up their tracks like they always do, y'all. And no, I'm not prejudiced. I'm a mixture of a lot of nationalities within me and my family. So no, do not use that against me of, oh, you're prejudiced. No, I am not. I'm not a racist. I'm not discriminative. I'm not anything like that. I can't be because it's a part of me. But what I will say is the characters of those particular ones that I'm talking about, the evil, foolish, fucked up, trifling idiots that are given high power positions is who I'm talking about. You know, those are the ones with the 10-year-old fucking minds with loaded guns. Those are the ones you gotta watch out for. They look like men, but they're not. Their mindset is not. They look like women, but they're not. Their mindset is not. Is all of a 10-year-old damaged heart who took up a position. They probably haven't graduated from nothing proper, okay, to be even in a position of high power. That's how it usually goes. It's been like that since slavery, okay? So instead of lynching and stringing us up on a tree, they're shooting, okay? That's what they're doing. It doesn't matter. It's the same situation, but different equipment. So we need to say her name. Raise your voice. Say her name, Sandra Bland, and all the other ones that have died. Right now, it just shows that it doesn't matter if you're a black man or a black woman, a colored man or a colored woman. Black lives color lives matter, especially. I am not going to put whites into this because yes, I do see certain things, but you guys still, you don't get it as us, like people of color do, and you can exercise your white rights a lot easier and quicker and get through certain things a lot better than people of color. And that's just the blatant truth of the matter. Downright of the matter. So I don't want to hear about, oh, I feel guilty and whatever. No, fucking change it. Okay? Fucking change it. Do not say that. I hate hearing that about, oh, I feel guilty of white privilege, white this. Fucking change it. Okay? So all people have it. Okay? That's what I say. Peace out, y'all. You know my social media at Najaam on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me here on YouTube. And lights out with this particular conversation. Love y'all.